Talk to Joe on 0818 715 815.
And Joe at RTE. Laura Ruth, good afternoon.
Hi Joe, how are you?
You said I'm hoping to become a fox campaigner. We've already had a St. Patrick's Day campaigner. What's a fox campaigner?
Well, myself and many other people are trying to just support, trying to bring in a ban on fox hunting.
What do we not? Don't we have a ban on fox hunting effectively here?
No, like, you know, where they go out on their horses and, you know, dogs go in and sort of tear to shreds. There's not a ban in yet. I know one of the politicians is trying to, you know, bring something into the Dáil, but it's just not here yet, Joe. So. Okay,
and where does your own interest from foxes come from?
I've been feeding foxes the last number of years, and I think they're a lovely.
Are there many of them around where you live?
No, probably not. I've had probably two calling for, like, initially it just started with one, but then two started calling. So I wouldn't say there's a big, you know, a population of foxes in the area where I am, but two have been calling the last number of years, and I find them very placid. And I think they're totally misunderstood. Like, people will say they're aggressive. I've watched their behaviour, Joe, and I don't believe they're aggressive.
They're only aggressive if you threaten their kits, aren't they? They only threaten their cubs. Yeah.
It's like we're all like kind of like that, and like they have to eat as well. And I know people give out about them, you know, going after livestock and stuff like that, but they have to eat, like. And I'm just hoping there's a way.
When you say livestock, you mean chickens and hens? They don't go after anything else, do they?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I've had people come to me and say that, like, what do we do about that? But like, you just can't. Like, you can't kill someone for being hungry. And the same people eat chicken every Sunday, Joe. You can't just kill an animal because it's hungry. And that's its food preference is chickens. And
are they a regular animal, Laura? Would they come back to your house every night at the same time?
Yes, every night, Joe, in around the same time, and it's so cute. And actually, one of them is actually pregnant. She does appear to be pregnant, so
brilliant.
I'm kind of keeping an eye on her. I'd be very protective of them. I think they're absolutely a lovely, misunderstood animal, and they'll watch you when you're putting out the food. They'll watch you from down the field.
But but they're
very cautious as well.
I was actually online recently looking at electronic equipment. And one of the things I saw was and they were for good purpose, fox watching cameras, night watching cameras.
Yes.
They're very unobtrusive. And it sparks people interest in watching the nightlife, if they're lucky enough to have a garden, watching the nightlife around their garden. Have you got one of them? Or even a security camera?
Yeah, my son's dad has, I think it's like some type of security camera where you can like watch them and just to sit down, have their food, and then to go. If they feel safe, they'll sit down and have their food there. But if they hear like the slightest noise, they will sort of pick up their food and take off. So it depends. Yeah. They are very cautious. I know some people say, Joe, they're brazen, and maybe in some parts they are, but the ones that I'm dealing with, I find them very cautious, and I think that's because of the persecution that they get.
And we were only talking last week about, we were talking about COVID and the different world that was there. Do you remember the photograph of the fox that used to live on Grafton Street during the lockdown?
Yeah, I've seen that.
Up and down, I think it was a he. Up and down he went on Grafton Street, and he wasn't at all worried about what, mainly because there was no one. But surely you find when you say it to people, Laura, people do love foxes generally.
I actually, to be honest about it, Joe, the majority of people I have spoken to are in favour of a ban. They don't think it's right what's done to animals. And I'm doing as much as I can. And I know I'm not the only one. There's some wonderful people out there that are like standing with me, and they're doing their own thing as well to try and like to get something brought in, because it's not right to kill an animal. It's not sport, Joe.
And would you know, Laura? Would you know the difference between different foxes, the ones that come to your house? Can you identify? That's one thing that always struck me. You know, you can tell. You can tell
between male and female,
or even between one fox and another, if you follow me.
They do kind of all look different, but I have two, and I think I sent in photographs, Joe.
Okay.
Just of different animals and stuff, because I would be like an animal lover. But,
Right, as most people are. As most people are. They love
like,
animals.
I just feed them, and I kind of watch. And I seen even one night a cat came in and started eating the fox's food, and the fox just sat looking at the cat. So it didn't attack it. It didn't try and stop the cat. It just kind of like it was waiting its turn till the cat went, and then so they're not aggressive. Maybe in some situations they are, but definitely I don't find that.
If their cubs would be interested. Okay, that's a lovely note to finish on. Laura Ruth, Laura, good to meet a Mahgat Joe at RTE 51551 is the text number.
Talk to Joe on 0818 715 815.
Donncha, good afternoon.
Hi, Joe.
You're reacting to, well, Laura earlier on, Laura Ruth, about foxes. Like, I was looking up there during the break. She's anti-fox hunting, as you know. She's in tune with the nation. 77% in a recent opinion poll of Irish people are anti-fox hunting. But we're not going down that road because you just want to celebrate the fox.
Well, look, I was working for Jim Bulger one time. I heard the horse trainer.
Yeah, I know, man.
He was up near Coen in the county Kilkenny, up kind of high country. But I was driving along an all kind of by roads there, and no traffic, and I just was going very slow, and I just happened passing this laneway, and I just stopped and looked up, and there was a vixen with her cubs just walking up the lane with 4 or 5 cubs trotting behind her. And when I stopped, she must have sensed I was behind her. She just stopped and looked around at me and stared at me for about 2 seconds. And all the cubs stopped as well, and they looked around and just kept going then. You know, it was one of the nicest scenes I ever witnessed, you know.
Are there more of them, Donncha?
Well, there is plenty of foxes around, because I hear them in the night time when I'm out walking the dog. You can hear them kind of calling, you know.